Good to have you with us. U.S. President Barack Obama has condemned the shooting of a security guard at the country's Holocaust Museum. The incident happened after an 88-year-old man, reputed to be a white supremacist, opened fire in front of crowds of people inside the museum in Washington, D.C. It was the latest in a string of high-profile hate crimes to hit the country within a month. An abortion doctor was shot dead in Kansas, and an army soldier was shot and killed by a Muslim convert in Arkansas. So how big is the threat of homegrown extremism in the U.S.? Well, joining me live from Washington is investigative journalist Wayne Madsen. Wayne, first of all, what do you know about the man behind the attack?
Well, James Van Bruin was a long-time practitioner of this type of hate speech. He was expressed neo-Nazi sentiments. And the other thing is, Mr. Van Bruin, at 88 years old, was very prolific at using the Internet. He has several postings on a number of extreme right-wing websites, which is maybe considered somewhat unusual for a person of his age, being such a prolific user of the Internet. But his ex-wife says that he was always a person who preached hatred, and she said that it was like a cancer that was growing on this individual. So this was clearly somebody with a very long track record of being involved in these various hate groups around the United States.
As you say, various incidents have occurred, and this is the series of several incidents in the country in the past few weeks. Now, are they coincidences, or is there a deeper reason behind this cycle?
Well, what we know about the extreme right-wing groups, the neo-Nazi groups, the white supremacist groups, is although there are many different groups, they do have links with one another, and that separates them from some of the black Muslim groups. We had a couple incidents, one quite recently, an individual shot somebody at an Army recruiting station in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we had the incident in Kuwait where a convert to Islam threw a grenade into a tent, an Army man, and killed two U.S. Army officers. But with the white supremacist neo-Nazi groups, we have Scott Roeder, who shot a women's reproductive health doctor in Kansas. He was affiliated with a group called the Freemen, a very anti-government group, very violent group with a long history. We also had Donald James Murray, arrested in Utah. He had $85,000 in a bank account and said he was planning on killing President Obama. And he said, "We are going to do it," which indicates he had accomplices. So with the extreme right-wing white supremacists and neo-Nazi groups, we have somewhat of a pattern of cooperation between these various groups, and that's what sets them apart from some of the other groups. The fact that there are some nascent organization elements to these various individuals.
It seems that there's no big surprise that these incidents are occurring, because the U.S. Department of Homeland Security produced a report back in April warning Americans of right-wing extremism, and since that report, as we're saying, there have been several high-profile hate crimes in very quick succession. So if there is a way to predict incidents like this, what's being done about it?
Well, unfortunately, the wrong signals being sent by the administration. Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano was forced to apologize for that particular statement in warning against these right-wing groups maybe preying on returning veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan. So there was a retrenchment there. But what is very troubling is a very right-wing U.S. Senator, Tom Coburn from Oklahoma, attached a rider on a major spending bill, and it basically authorizes Americans to carry weapons into national parks. And if you come to Washington, D.C., you'll realize that the Holocaust Museum sits on U.S. parkland. So it sends the wrong signal to have that, and President Obama, I might add, signed that law sign that act into law. So anyway, last Saturday, for example, Old Arlington Cemetery, President Obama sent a wreath to the grave honoring the Confederate war dead on the occasion of Jefferson Davis's birthday, the President of the Confederate States of America. At that ceremony were a number of people who obviously shared some of the sentiments of Mr. von Brunn, the white supremacist. So I think we're, in many cases, the administration is sending quite the wrong signal on how to deal with these extreme right-wing neo-Nazi and white separatist groups.
All right, let's leave it there. Wayne, investigative journalist Wayne Madsen joining us live there from Washington. Thanks very much.